Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to the very first stage of Desert Brutality 2018. This stage has been brought to you by Varustelika, the world's best purveyor of military surplus and new production tactical gear.
And a huge reason for this match existing at all.
All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Welcome to Desert Brutality. We're going to be going through each stage here at this awesome, painful experience.
8 of them.
Yes, yeah, so 4 each day. And our very first stage is...
It's a modification of the Casarda drill.
Right, modification to make it harder.
Yeah, it was. So you start off in a truck, and from the truck you have to get 2 hits on the 2 pieces of steel, 1 hit on each piece of steel. Egress the truck, table your rifle, jump into the back of the truck. You have to cut the rope with a Varustelika provided Skrama knife. This
Big
thing,
freaking awesome knife.
field blade of doom and death.
Yeah.
You cut the kettlebell free, you throw the kettlebell out the back of the truck, jump out of the truck, get your rifle, shoot from the kettlebell, and then you proceed to throw the kettlebell down range and fire from each position where the kettlebell lands.
Yep.
Kettlebell is 63 pounds.
Ugh. Yeah, it's heavy.
We have 5 cones. Once the kettlebell passes the last cone, if you have not parred out yet, you fire from the last cone to keep minimum safe distance from the steel.
Right.
And each cone you pass gives you a bonus of 10 seconds.
So we're going from basically 100 yards to basically 50.
Correct. 50 yards of 63-pound kettlebell throwing.
All right, let's see what happens.
First fire, stand by. High left. High. Hit. Hit. Full 3 o'clock right edge. That is over. That is over.
I didn't do terrible, but you kicked my butt.
I did take that stage.
You did. You absolutely took that stage.
I have a couple of equipment advantages.
Okay.
Probably the most significant being the bipod.
Yep.
On the Casarda drill and similar sorts of stages, forces of fire, being able to have the gun always accessible on the bipod
Yes.
really is helpful. Part of it is the gun is stable by itself even when you get winded, and part of it is when I stand up to throw the kettlebell and then when I go back down with the rifle to shoot again, the rifle's there in position for me to grab. I'm not trying to lay it down and pick it up and reacquire it nearly as much as, well, everyone who doesn't have a bipod.
And the added stability of if you got winded at the end of the stage,
Yes.
those bipods, the bipod absolutely helps you with keeping accurate on the on targets.
Yeah.
So for me, you got to pick the gun up and then I'm monopoding. And you know what? The Galil sights are aperture and post AR like. They're not as good. They're not as good. What happened to me at the beginning of the stage is I threw quite a few misses that I shouldn't have. What I was doing is pulling the trigger when an AR would have hit.
Oh.
Because I'm serious. The sight picture is good enough that it's like, oh, okay, phew. I'm like, oh, that was. You can do a gross sight picture with an AR aperture, and you mostly will get a nice hit because the gun's so freaking accurate. This thing, in 3 minutes, yeah.
Your trigger in that's not really as good as any AR.
With a kind of thing.
Yeah.
So after I slowed down, then it was dink dink, dink dink, dink dink. But I wasted quite a bit of time on the first position or two getting that figured out. So, like I said, top of the line Century Arms Galani, essentially a Galil copy. You know, the gun works. That's not a problem. It's just, from what I've been able to research, the Galil being an AK derivative, it's not a highly accurate gun. Your FAMAS actually is.
This thing is simple and very accurate. Yeah, it's delayed blowback, so there are no moving parts. The front sight is really nice and narrow. You get actually quite good sight picture with it.
Yep.
I really find this thing extremely comfortable.
Everything I've seen of that so far, to pet Ian's inner Francophile, although that's not the reason, is the reality is I'm not really into bullpups. And with the exception of the ambidextrous issues this gun poses, so far everything I've seen of it and the little shooting I've done with it is, it's quite exceptional.
Yeah.
It's one of the better bullpups I've ever been with, and the trigger does not feel like a bullpup.
I'll be honest, when I bought it, I figured, well, I want this for my collection, and I'll shoot it a couple times, but then, you know, it's a bullpup from the 70s. I'm sure it's going to have some sort of weirdness.
Sure.
And no, it turns out I really enjoy it. So you guys watching haven't seen it. We've done several practice matches warming up for this, and I've shot this thing in 3 successive monthly gun matches, and I really enjoy it.
I asked my Discord folks, I'm like, so should I shoot a Colt SP1 Vietnam style with 20-round aluminum mags, or should I shoot the Galani Galil thing with a high power? It was 100% Galani Galil. I'm like, all right, you guys voted. Double the weight, half the accuracy, I'm in. Desert Brutality. You know what? That's how you find stuff out. And sometimes these matches, whether you win or lose, it's cool and interesting experience.
So you've got a little technique going for the Casarda.
Yeah, that's true.
You've done that enough that you kind of nailed down what is the best way to heave a big ass weight like that.
Even though you got me on that one, the reality is I do have this. I've been working quite a bit at the gym, and one of the things we do is kettlebell swings. And so what I do is I do a normal traditional kettlebell swing with a little bit of a leg push. But as the legs push, you then push the weight out from. So swing and then push, and then if you can, use your legs to give it a little more inertia.
Yeah.
As a result, I'm able to reduce the amount of throws quite a bit.
Yeah.
If I had, like I said, if with the exception of those mics at the beginning there, I had quite a few less iterations than most people to get to the last code. So upper body strength is an interesting thing, and as is body dynamics and ergonomics.
Yeah.
So good first stage. It was fun. We got 3 more to go today.
Yeah.
And we'll see how the rest of this goes.
The next one is a suicide sprint, I believe.
Suicide sprints.
Yay!
Yay.
Hit!